Hey everyone, I'm Brenda Edwards. Life has a way of throwing some serious curveballs, and maybe my story can help someone else dealing with family drama. You're really going to do that here. My brother-in-law James shoots me his usual judgmental look as I quietly check my blood sugar before our weekly family dinner. I've managed type 1 diabetes since I was 8 years old. But ever since I married Michael last year, James acts like I'm putting on a show. James, she needs to do this, Michael says, though I can hear the wariness in his voice. Defending me has started to wear him down. I just think it's a bit dramatic. My friend's cousin has diabetes, and she manages just fine without making it everyone's problem. James mutters. I focus on adjusting my insulin pump, biting my tongue. After 10 years in marketing management, I've learned which battles to pick. My sister Emma gets it though. She texted me earlier. Need backup at the Peterson Circus tonight. Well, Brenda dear, my mother-in-law, Diana, smiles with that sugary tone that grates my nerves. Have you tried those natural remedies I sent you? My yoga instructor swears by them. Maybe if you worked harder on your diet. Mom, the doctor said. Michael begins, but James cuts him off, waving dismissively. His latest business venture tanked, but somehow he's an expert on everything. Doctors are all in Big Pharma's pocket. Brenda's young. She should be able to control this with lifestyle changes. And speaking of lifestyle, Diana chimes in. When are you two planning to give me grandchildren? I'm concerned about Brenda's condition. Beside me, I feel Michael tense. We're focusing on our careers right now, Mom. Later that night, Emma calls. How bad was it? The usual. James basically called me a drug addict, and Diana's worried my defective genes might taint her grandchildren. What did Michael say? I sigh, glancing at our bedroom door where I can hear Michael talking to his mom on the phone. He's trying, but I don't know him. Last month, he actually asked if I could do my injections in private. Apparently, it makes his family uncomfortable. That's messed up, sis. This isn't normal. They don't get to question your literal medical condition. Family doesn't mean they can treat you like this. Emma's voice is firm. James is just bitter because he can't keep a business running for 6 months. And Diana's been enabling his garbage behavior since forever. I hear Michael wrapping up his call. I've got to go. Thanks for being my sanity check. Always here for you, sis, and Brenda, don't let them make you doubt yourself. You've handled this disease like a boss for 20 years. They don't get to rewrite that story. As I hang up, Michael comes in, looking troubled. Mom thinks we should come over more. She says we're becoming distant. I close my eyes and take a deep breath. Sometimes I wonder if this is what family should feel like, constantly defending yourself against people who should support you. Hey sis, I call Emma the next day. Something feels off. My sugar readings have been all over the place this week. What do you mean? Her concern comes through loud and clear. Ever since James started coming over to check in while Michael's at his conference, things feel weird. Yesterday, my sugar spiked to 300, even after my usual dose. He's been coming over. Emma sounds alarmed. Yeah, claims he's checking in since there have been break-ins nearby. Michael even gave him a spare key. I add, security's coming to install cameras today. Later that week, I'm struggling to stay conscious at my desk. My vision blurs, my thoughts muddle. A coworker notices and grabs my arm. Brenda, you look terrible. Your hands are shaking. I barely manage to check my glucometer. It reads 450. That's impossible, I whisper, feeling my knees give out. The rest is a blur. Sirens, paramedics, bright hospital lights, voices saying words like severe hyperglycemia, and could have died. When I wake up in the ICU, Michael is by my side, clutching my hand, his face pale and stricken. Baby, I'm so sorry. I should have listened. James. What about James? I struggle to sit up, my heart monitor beeping faster. Michael looks crushed. The security footage. Emma checked it while you were unconscious. He's been replacing your insulin with water. Mom knew. She helped him plan it. My world spins as I process his words. What? There's video. Michael nods grimly, holding a tablet. He presses play, and the footage is unmistakable. James sneaking into our house, tampering with my insulin cartridges. In another clip, he's talking to Diana in our kitchen. She needs to learn, Diana says. Michael's too blinded by her act to see what she's doing to this family. James chuckles darkly. Don't worry, Mom. A few days without her precious insulin, and everyone will see she's been exaggerating this whole time. Michael's hands shake as he turns off the video. I've already called the police. They're reviewing everything. I'm done with them, Brenda. I chose them over you so many times, but I'm done. They could have killed you. I'm too exhausted to cry, too drained to feel angry, but watching Michael finally confront the truth about his family lifts a weight off my chest. The doctor said if Emma hadn't called when she did. I know, Michael whispers, anguish on his face. I'll never forgive myself for not seeing it sooner, for doubting you. You could have died because I was too weak to stand up to them. Just then, a detective enters, his expression grave. Ms. Edwards, during our investigation, something concerning came up in Mr. Peterson's background check. Emma leans forward, alarmed. What kind of something? Several complaints from former business partners, the detective explains. Accusations of sabotage, fraud. That tracks, Michael mutters. Anyone in his circle who succeeded suddenly had accidents, lost key files, or dealt with corrupted equipment. It was always suspicious, but no one could prove anything. My phone buzzes with a message from James's former business partner. Heard what happened. He did the same to me. Sabotaged my car brakes after I refused to sign over my shares. I have proof this time. Emma shows me her own findings. Brenda, look at these bank statements, she says, flipping through account records she managed to pull. Transfers of hundreds of thousands, all going to James' failed ventures. Michael's face crumples. Our dad has dementia. Mom has power of attorney, but she's been helping James siphon money from his own father's accounts. Just then, a nurse peeks in. Ms. Edwards, James Peterson is here. He says he needs to apologize. No, my voice is stronger than I feel. I don't want to see him. But it's too late. James pushes past the nurse, his eyes red and frantic. Brenda, please. I never meant. I just wanted to prove. Prove what? I snap, the fury breaking through my exhaustion. That I'm faking. Congratulations, you nearly killed me. You don't understand. Mom convinced me that. Get out, Michael says, standing between us, his voice ice cold. Out before I call security. Come on, Mike, we're family. Family? Michael's voice cracks. You tried to murder my wife, and now I find out you've been stealing from Dad? Mom's been covering up for you this whole time. It wasn't stealing. Dad would have wanted to help me succeed. Emma scoffs. Like you helped all your business partners succeed. James's face shifts and the familiar sneer returns. Little Miss Success Story, he snarls at me. You have no idea what it's like to fail, to watch everyone else succeed while you're stuck. So yeah, maybe I tried to knock you down a peg. To eliminate the competition, I asked, disgusted, starting with your own father? Everything I did for this family, James hisses. No, Michael says quietly, heartbreak written across his face. Everything you did for yourself, and Mom enabled it all. But it's over now, the police have the footage, the bank records, everything. James lunges forward, but security arrives just in time, dragging him out as he screams about loyalty and betrayal. When the door finally closes, Michael turns to me, his face broken. I chose wrong, Brenda. Every time I let them make me doubt you. Every time I stayed silent to keep the peace. I chose wrong. But never again, I say, taking Michael's hand as we watch James being led out of the hospital in handcuffs. Sometimes karma needs a little help from security cameras and bank records. Breaking news flashes across the screen. Local businessman James Peterson sentenced to 15 years for elder abuse and investment fraud. I turn up the volume, watching my former brother-in-law being taken away, satisfaction settling in. Just then, my phone rings. It's Diana. Brenda, please, she says, her voice frail and desperate. The family's falling apart. James's wife left with the kids. The country club revoked our membership. Everyone's talking. Sounds like consequences to me, Diana. Can't you ask Michael to speak to us? His father keeps asking for him. Oh, you mean the father you helped steal from? That's rich. Just then, my phone buzzes with an email. Guessed who just made department head. I cut her off, grinning. You're talking to the youngest marketing director in company history. Look at you, thriving while they're diving. Emma texts me as I read aloud. And by the way, your diabetes advocacy group got featured in the Times. Diana, I have a life to live. One that doesn't involve people who tried to kill me. We never meant it. Brenda, please, the social services investigation is ruining us. Can't you just tell them it was a misunderstanding? Of like how James misunderstood his way into his father's bank account? Or how you misunderstood all those forged signatures. Here's the thing, Diana. Family should forgive, but family shouldn't try to murder each other. Goodbye. I hang up just as Michael pulls up to pick me up for dinner. He hasn't spoken to his family since the hospital. That was his choice, not mine. James's sentencing was today. I tell him as he settles in beside me. 15 years. Michael nods, his expression grim. Dad's nursing home call, he adds. He's doing better now that he's away from them. Actually remembering things. Funny how that happens when people aren't drugging you to steal your money. My phone buzzes again. Another message from Diana. Please, everyone's abandoned us. The church committee asked me to step down. James's wife won't let us see the grandkids. I show Michael the message and he deletes it without reading. You know what's crazy? I say, watching the news recap James's fall from grace. They really thought they'd get away with it, all of it. They always did before. Dad's money, mom's influence. There were never any consequences, until they messed with the wrong diabetic. I smile as Emma sends me a new photo. Diana leaving the social services building, hiding her face from reporters. No more charity galas, no more social clubs. Just a lonely woman, now stripped of her illusion of control and respect. Ready for dinner? Michael asks. That new place downtown? I smile. Yeah, just let me check my insulin, my real, untampered insulin. As we leave, I glance at the news one last time. James in handcuffs, Diana in disgrace, their victims finally getting justice. And me? I'm not just surviving. I'm thriving. Sometimes the best revenge isn't what you do to toxic people. It's living your best life while karma does the heavy lifting. So, what would you do if you discovered your own family had been gaslighting you about your health? Would you press charges immediately, or would you gather evidence first, like I did? And here's something to consider. Was Michael partially responsible for enabling his family's behavior by not standing against them sooner? Should he have seen the red flags? I'm curious to hear your stories of dealing with toxic family members and how you handled betrayal from those who were supposed to protect you. Did you cut ties completely or try to maintain a relationship? Leave your thoughts in the comments below.